إن الحمد لله تعالى نحمده ونستعين به ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تبارك وتعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله تبارك وتعالى فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله تعالى، وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. نسأل الله العزيز الغفار أن يجيرنا وإياكم من عذاب النار. We praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We thank Him for the ni'mah for Islam. Alhamdulillah ala ni'mat al-Islam wa kafa biha ni'mah. We praise Allah for the ni'mah for Islam. If it was the only ni'mah, the only bounty that Allah bestowed upon us, by Allah will be sufficient. And we thank Him subhanahu wa ta'ala for allowing us to reach the month of Ramadan, this tremendous opportunity that we get every year to cleanse ourselves of our sins and to cleanse our souls. A tremendous opportunity that none of us should or can afford to miss out on. Very quickly, inshallah, I want to get something out of the way. This is the first day of Ramadan. I want you to really enjoy this month in every way. We have alhamdulillah, tremendous reciter of Quran that came from overseas to be with us. And as you know, and especially someone that travels outside of his area for the first time in his life, so that tends to be daunting and difficult for people. So what I want you to do, inshallah ta'ala, when you come to the salah and you enter the masjid, especially Fajr, it's pretty early. I want you to sit and enjoy yourself and do your dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Do a lot of dua between the adhan and the iqamah is the time for dua. And sit and enjoy yourself. Don't be looking at the clock. Don't be looking at the calendar. Just sit and wait until the iqamah is called. Then you stand up and you do your salah. Because like I said, I mentioned that the sheikh traveled overseas. He might be having issues here and there. The food doesn't sit well with him. And as you know, like for example, this morning he had to go and renew his wudu. So that kind of put him behind a few minutes. There's no harm in waiting a few minutes. We don't go, it's not the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ that we go by calendars to the minute. The calendars give us an idea of where we should be here, we should congregate, but we leave the iqamah time to the discretion of and the ability of the imam based on what he's going through. For example, today he had to go to the bathroom. It is in the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ that you should not pray if you have what they call tadafu al-akhbathayn. Tadafu al-akhbathayn is when you have those calls of nature, when you have to go to the bathroom. Even if the iqamah was called and the imam feels pushed that way, he should tell everyone to wait and go relieve himself, do his wudu, and everyone should wait. So there is no reason for us to start Ramadan with having that putting ourselves in that stressful situation or putting any stress on our guest imam. We, again, when you come, do your 2 rak'ahs, you sit and you relax and you wait. When you hear the iqamah, then you get up and do your salah, inshallah ta'ala. Let's enjoy ourselves this Ramadan and not have any stress whatsoever. Inshallah ta'ala, I will spend a few minutes every morning with you, inshallah, discussing a tremendous book, one of the best compiled books of the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A book that you find very often that people read after salawat in different masajid. But what I would like to do is not just to read some of the ahadith, but I want us to kind of pick the brains of one of the tremendous scholars of our generation, or that passed away over 10 years ago, Sheikh Uthaymin rahimahullah ta'ala. I want us to look at his explanation of this book of Ryaad Assalihin. So we're not going to just read the hadith and give you an idea or two, but we're going to go and look at the explanation of this tremendous scholar of Islam and see what he has to say about this particular hadith. We will spend 10-15 minutes a day doing so, inshallah ta'ala. Doesn't mean that we have to go through one hadith a day, but we'll go, inshallah, with whatever information we get from the Shaykh, inshallah ta'ala, from his explanation. So the very first bab, and as you know, the books of Sunnah, the chapters or the compilation of particular hadith that go in one direction, they're called bab, a door or a gate. This bab is bab al-ikhlasi wa ihbar al-niyya fi jami' al-a'mal wal-aqwal al-barizah wal-khafiyya. This is the door or the chapter of ihbar al-niyya, meaning that when you're about to do a deed, you have an intention. في جميع الأعمال, when it comes to all of the deeds, والأقوال, and the sayings that you say, البارزة والخفية. البارزة meaning the ones that are clear, apparent, and خفية meaning the ones that are concealed. As you know, we have deeds that are clear, and we have deeds that are concealed. Our deeds that are clear are the ones of the limbs that people get to see. For example, when you do your salah, that is a clear deed that people get to see. And you have deeds of the heart, for example, your iman, your tasdeeq, all of that. The deeds of the heart are the ones that are concealed. People don't get to see. And this is, subhanAllah, the thing that determines the difference between a true believer and a hypocrite. A true believer is one that has the deeds of the heart that are concealed, and the deeds of the limbs that people get to see are one and the same. But the hypocrite, the deeds of the limbs are one thing, and what the heart conceals is something different. That's why they are mentioned as people that show Islam on the outside and they conceal kufr on the inside. This is the case of people like Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul, the leader of al-Munafiqin in the time of the Prophet ﷺ, and the ones that were with him. They showed Islam. How did they show Islam? They actually prayed behind the Prophet ﷺ for years and years, but what they had on the inside is the opposite of what they showed on the outside. They concealed kufr and they showed Islam on the outside. The Musannif rahimahullah ta'ala, Imam Nawawi, started this chapter by some proofs from the Quran talking about the importance of an-niyyah, the intention. يقول الله عز وجل وما أمروا إلا ليعبدوا الله مخلصين له الدين حنفاء ويقيموا الصلاة ويؤتوا الزكاة وذلك دين القيمة. They were only commanded to worship Allah with ikhlas, with sincerity to Him, being sincere to Him in their religion. مخلصين له الدين حنفاء. And I explained for the ones that attend my lectures, I explained the word حنفاء. The word hanif is the person that is leaning away from a shirk, from ascribing partners with Allah, and someone who's on the straight path of Tawheed. This is the way of Ibrahim alayhi salam. Hunafa, وَيُقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُوا الزَّكَاةَ, and they establish the salah and they give the zakah. وَذَلِكَ دِينُ الْقَيِّمَةِ, this is the straight path, this is the right religion. وَقَالَ اللَّهُ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ لَن يَنَالَ اللَّهَ لحومها ولا دماؤها ولكن يناله التقوى منكم. Allah Ta'ala is speaking about the ritual of Eid al-Adha, when we slaughter for the sake of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Allah says, لَن يَنَالَ اللَّهَ لحومها, that Allah Ta'ala does not benefit from the meat of the animals that we slaughter for His sake, nor does He benefit from the blood, as the Jews claim. The Jews claim that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala وحاشاه سبحانه وتعالى ذلك علوا كبيرا. They claim that Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala gets thirsty for the blood, for the sacrificial animals' blood. They claim that. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala is saying that Allah Ta'ala does not benefit from the meat of these animals, nor does He benefit from their blood, but He wants to see a taqwa from you. When when you do any kind of deed, Allah Ta'ala wants to see sincerity, He wants to see at-taqwa. And if you remember, we always explain at-taqwa as linguistically putting a buffer or a shield between yourself and things that you're afraid of, things that can harm you linguistically. But technically or idiomatically, the taqwa is putting a protection between yourself and that which can bring the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on you. That's what Allah ta'ala mentions in the month of Ramadan, subhanallah, when He talks about the fasting was ordained. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. O you who believe, that fasting has been ordained upon you as He was ordained upon the ones that came before you, so that you might, or perchance you might, attain at-taqwa, so that you have, subhanAllah, you put between yourselves and the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that buffer and that protection, meaning that you exercise the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in everything that you do. وقال الله عز وجل قل إن تخفوا ما في صدوركم أو تبدوه يعلمه الله. Say, if you conceal that which is in your hearts and your chest, or you reveal it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will know it. Meaning it makes no difference to Allah whether you conceal something or you show it. Allah knows about it regardless. So these ayat, these are the ayat that Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala started this his book. Then comes the sharh, the explanation of Shaykh ibn Uthaymin rahimahullah ta'ala. أول ما قال رحمه الله النية محلها القلب. By the way, don't be surprised when I hit 15 minutes, I'm going to stop abruptly. Inshallah, we're going to continue the next day. This way I don't make it too long. قال النية محلها القلب. The niyyah, the intention, the place for it is the heart. ولا محل لها في اللسان في جميع الأعمال. And he has no place in the tongue with all of the deeds. Meaning that when you're about to do a deed for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, any kind of act of worship, you have to have an intention before you do the act of worship, but you do not utter the intention. قال ولهذا كان من نطق بالنية عند إرادة الصلاة أو الصوم أو الحج أو الوضوء أو غير ذلك من الأعمال كان مبتدعا قائلا في دين الله ما ليس منه. For that reason, he said that whoever is about to, has the intention to start any kind of act of worship, salah, or sawm, or hajj, or wudu, or any other act of worship, and he says the niyyah out loud, he has come up with an innovation that has no room in the deen of Allah. ثم قال لأن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كان يتوضأ ويصلي ويتصدق ويصوم ويحج ولم يكن ينطق بالنية. Because he said the Prophet ﷺ used to do all of these things. He's the one that taught us these acts of worship. And he used to do wudu, and he used to pray, and he used to give sadaqah, and he used to fast and do hajj and all of that, and he would never utter the niyyah. فقال فلم يكن يقول اللهم إني نويت أن أتوضأ اللهم إني نويت أن أصلي اللهم إني نويت أن أتصدق اللهم إني نويت أن أصوم اللهم إني نويت أن أحج. He would never say, the Prophet would never say, oh Allah, I have the intention to do wudu. Oh Allah, I have the intention to do salah. Oh Allah, I have the intention to do sadaqah. Oh Allah, I have the intention to fast. I have the intention to do hajj. He would never say that. The Prophet did not say that, and we should follow in his footsteps. ثم قال ذلك وذلك لأن النية محلها القلب. Because the niyyah, the place for it is the heart. والله عز وجل يعلم ما في القلب. And Allah Ta'ala knows what's in your heart. You don't even, subhanAllah, Allah Ta'ala knows, even if saying the niyyah out loud was not, and for the sake of argument, was not an innovation, you don't need to say it because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows about it. If you intend to do something, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows about it. وَلَا يَخْفَى عَلَيْهِ شَيْءٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَا فِي السَّمَاءِ. Allah ta'ala, nothing is concealed from Him. كما قال سبحانه وتعالى قُلْ إِن تُخْفُوا مَا فِي صُدُورِكُمْ أَوْ تُبْدُوهُ يَعْلَمْهُ اللَّهُ. He brought that proof that we mentioned before. Say, if you conceal that which is in your heart, or you show it, Allah Ta'ala knows about it. ويجب ثم قال ويجب على الإنسان أن يخلص النية لله سبحانه وتعالى في جميع عباداته. And you have to be sincere to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in all of your acts of worship. وأن لا ينوي بعبادته إلا وجه الله والدار الآخرة. And he should not have the intention when he puts forth any act of worship, only his intention should be that it should be for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the hereafter. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So inshallah, like I told you, I'm going to be stopping abruptly when I hit the 15-minute mark, so we don't make it too long. We will continue step by step, inshallah ta'ala, explaining these ahadith through the explanation of Shaykh Uthaymin. وجزاكم الله خيرا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.